So we're enjoying the beautiful Santa Clara weather outside the Santa Clara Convention Center, where we're going to be holding DeviceTalks West October 15th and 16th.
Right down there.
Yeah, right downstairs, just an escalator, elevator away. Let's talk through the keynotes again.
Sure.
So why, who, what, where, when, why, and how?
So the keynotes are an integral part, obviously, of any conference. And when you start building from the blank page, you really do try to get speakers who not only energize and not only bring insights and expertise, but bring different perspectives. So in building this out, I was really happy to start with Anna Zwa, who's the CEO of Moon Surgical. Moon Surgical is one of the first surgical robotics companies that really is advancing the surgical robotics model away from the big Da Vinci style to smaller robots that can work in the ASC and really help out others. So it's a company that's been doing this for a number of years. Now we're seeing a lot of different companies that are pursuing it as well. So they're obviously a first mover in the space, and you want to get perspectives from folks who are tackling new things, but have also accomplished tackling those new things. Absolutely. Can speak to their successes. So happy to have her sort of start off, present an innovator's journey, but also bring it into a commercialization journey. Then we have Tim Schmid, who of J&J MedTech. This company touches everything from surgical robotics to cardiovascular to neurovascular. I mean, they asked me, what do you want to ask about? And like, what don't I want to ask about? There's just so much we can talk about, and they're continuing to innovate and come up with new ways of approaching problems in healthcare. They recently, just a couple of days before you and I are talking, signed a deal with Renovo Surgical, the robotics company in China, that's going to bring. It's only an investment, but it offers J&J MedTech another potential path to finding commercialization in surgical robotics. So they're constantly developing new ways of approaching problems. So I'm excited to talk to him about that. Ray Cohen, fantastic keynote. I mean, we've done webinars with him, and he is so frank and so experienced. I mean, he's sold Vesix Vascular to Boston Scientific, one of the earlier rental innovation companies. Sold Exonics, of course, 2 years ago for close to $4 billion. Then became chairman of Sonovi, and then Boston Scientific acquired that. I mean, this guy's been there and done that several times. And he's not only experienced, he's generous with his insights and generous with his opinions. So I'm looking forward to that conversation. And just, I think anyone who wants a path to success should come and listen directly from him and understand. And I can speak personally. I mean, I asked for help with something, and he was very kind with the help. So I know if you go up to him after a meeting and you have a problem, I'm sure he'll talk to you about it and work it through. So we've got Anna Zwa, we've got Tim Schmidt, we've got Ray Cohen, we've got Josh Mackauer of Stanford. Again, Stanford just is like if not the engine pulling this medtech industry forward in this region, it's the spark and the spark plug that just gets everything going. So Josh has not only been at Stanford, he was previously at NEA. He started companies at Clarion, of course, went on as a great venture capital success. Josh has done it all. He's also been a great advocate for the medtech industry, yes. Working with the FDA, decade plus, trying to get them to work more closely and cooperatively with the industry to great success. We'll see where things go in the future, but the FDA and the medtech industry for the past 4 or 5 years have worked really as partners, and it's largely because of the effort that Josh undertook, or led at least 10 plus years ago. So Josh is fantastic as well, and I'm excited about his perspective. And then, of course, to end this event, because we're paired with our Robo Business event, we need a speaker who can speak to medtech and who can speak to robotics, and we've got the best. We got Amanda Jetty from Intuitive. She is an engineer. She came up through medtech, but now she's leading the biggest surgical robotics business in the world in the Da Vinci products. And she's going to come on stage and talk not only about robotics and business, but how you can find success with both. So Intuitive, again, a local company just up the road, has had great success in medtech. So those keynotes, I think, are just, we're checking every box. I think anyone who wants to hear something specific about medtech will find their voice here, or someone speaking their terms here. So great building block upon which to build the rest of our agenda.
And I love my podcasts. I almost to the point of extreme.
Amen.
However, there's something to be said about an in-person conference. So you're naming all of the big names in one place, in one room.
Yeah.
But our attendees can ask questions.
I know.
That's the thing. So podcast is very one way, but this is a two-way conversation, which makes it even more exciting. So you have a question for Tim Schmidt, Iman come, show up, raise your hand during the Q&A. I promise you I'll have a mic in my hand and maybe get your question answered live. And if not during the session itself, after. Maybe after.
I mean, you know, we had Andy Pierce of Stryker here last year. And
I loved Andy.
It was a fantastic keynote. We were supposed to be 40 minutes. I think we went 50. I asked questions that just kind of came to mind and he answered so honestly. But what really, I still have this image in my head. We had moved on to the cocktail party and I looked in the keynote and there Andy was with a line of probably 20 people waiting to talk to him. And I actually went. I walked up to him. I said, "You okay?" He's like, "Yeah, this is great. I love talking to these people." These folks who come here and they make themselves available to others who want to find success in the industry. So yes, I love podcasts too. You and I love to talk. I don't know if you feel that way.
I love the gab. I have the gift of the gab.
And we love to have someone's total attention when we're having that conversation. But we're also willing to share. And we're sharing on October 15th and 16th. If you have your questions, if you want to come meet these folks, please, by all means, they'll be here. And we're here to help. We're here to help you, and hopefully we can make the right connections to help you find your success in medtech.